What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
In a few moments, the news.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira, assisted by Srangani, and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The second day of considering petitions against Port City Commission Bill begins. Several regulations were taken up for debate in Parliament today. The police say 905 motorists were taken into custody during an 18-hour operation for driving under the influence of alcohol. Minister Ali Sabri emphasises that Sri Lanka laws will apply for the Colombo Port City. The second dose of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine will begin from the first week of next month. In news from overseas, India to start vaccinating all adults over the age of 18 amid surge in infections. Further consideration of the petitions filed against the Colombo Port City Economic Commission Bill draft commenced this morning for the second consecutive day at the Supreme Court. The petitions are taken up before a 5-member bench consisting of Chief Justice Jayantha Jayasuriya and Supreme Court judges Buwaneka Aluwihare, Priyantha Jayawardena, Murdu Fernando and Janak De Silva. Nearly 20 petitions had been submitted against the draft bill by many parties, including the chairman of the United National Party. Meanwhile, the chairman of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, Professor G.L. Piris, SLPP General Secretary, Attorney-at-Law Sagara Kariyavasam, and the Legal Association of the SLPP had filed interim petitions to make submissions regarding the petitions. The petitioners claim that certain clauses of the relevant bill have violated the country's constitution. Hence, they are seeking a court order ruling that the clauses in the bill must be passed by a 2/3 majority in Parliament and a referendum. 5 regulations under the Foreign Exchange Act, 2 orders under the Excise Act, and several regulations under Import and Export Act were taken up for debate in Parliament today. Presenting it to the Parliament, Minister Bandula Gunawardena said that the Port City project can be introduced as an economic turning point of the country. The expected investment from this project is $15 billion. Due to these foreign investments, Sri Lanka can be released from the debt trap. He said the opposition is trying to disrupt the Colombo Port City project, which will bring more benefits to the country. Police spokesperson DIG Ajit Rohana revealed that 905 motorists were taken into custody during an 18-hour operation for driving under the influence of alcohol. The relevant operation had been carried out from 12 noon on Sunday to 6 a.m. yesterday. Further cases have been filed against 6,898 others for violating motor traffic regulations. Analysis on the statistics of the road accidents during the festive season has shown that 75% of accidents involved motorcycles and three-wheelers. The police spokesperson urged the motorcyclists, pillion riders, three-wheeler drivers and passengers to take necessary precautionary measures to prevent road accidents. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Minister Ali Sabri has emphasized that Sri Lankan laws will apply for the Colombo port city. The overall land belongs to the Sri Lankan government. At present, a Gazette notification has been issued, handing over the full rights to the Urban Development Authority. Participating in the Subarathi program of the SLBC this morning, he stated the Colombo port city is included to the Colombo district. There is no truth to the statements made by some elements that the port city is a part of China. State Minister Sudarshini Fernandopulle said in Parliament today the second dose of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine will begin from the first week of May. Minister Banduna Gunawardena said that the prices of rice in the market are being controlled by the Sathusa and the cooperative outlets while keeping stocks safely. He made these remarks answering to a question raised by parliamentarian Hesha Vitanage in Parliament. The paddy will be purchased by Paddy Marketing Board. Minister Namal Rajpaksha says that a new program will be initiated targeting international job market on behalf of the youth in the country. It is expected to create 100,000 youth entrepreneurs. He also stated that 59 players have made agreements as professionals. That ends local news.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Expressways in Sri Lanka have generated a revenue of 350 million rupees within 11 days of the recent festive season since the 8th of April. According to the Minister of Highways, Johnston Fernando, more than 1.2 million vehicles have used the expressway during this period. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
In Watchlight, the Galle District Office of the Road Development Authority requests the public to be on alert when transporting vehicles on roads in the district due to the existing heavy rains. The road transportation activities were obstructed yesterday due to the intermittent rains experienced in the district. They also requested to pay attention when transporting vehicles. That came to you in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
the best discount in this Urdu season. People's Leasing Polybasi. Enjoy an interest rebate of 25% from People's Leasing for all the leasing facilities during this Urdu season. Call 011-206-300 for more details. Conditions apply.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
The headlines of the world news. India to start vaccinating all adults over 18 amid surge in infections. EU agrees to reinforce engagement in the Indo-Pacific. The Chinese president rejects unilateralism amid US tensions. India has widened its vaccination program as infections surge and the capital goes into lockdown. All adults over the age of 18 will be offered a coronavirus jab starting from the 1st of May, the government said yesterday. However, with vaccines in short supply in many states, it is unclear where the additional doses will come from. The government said last week that it only had 27 million doses or enough jabs for 9 days at the current rate of vaccination. European Union members have agreed to reinforce the bloc's strategic focus, presence and actions in the Indo-Pacific, apparently with China's increasing influence in the region in mind. Current dynamics in the Indo-Pacific have given rise to intense geopolitical competition, adding to increasing tensions on trade and security. It adds human rights are also being challenged. The document says these developments threaten regional stability and directly impact the EU's interest. It does not mention China by name, but apparently reflects the country's increasing influence in the region. Chinese President Xi Jinping has said countries shouldn't force their will on others. He didn't mention any country by name, but his comments come at a time of heightened tensions with the United States over issues including regional security and human rights. Xi Jinping made his remarks by video link to the Boa Forum for Asia on China's resort island Hainan today. He said he will not let rules set by one or few countries to be imposed on others or allow unilateralism pursued by certain countries to set the pace for the whole world. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. India to start vaccinating all adults over the age of 18 amid surge in infections. EU agrees to reinforce engagement in the Indo-Pacific. The Chinese president rejects unilateralism amid US tensions. That ends World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
The best discount in this Urdu season, People's Leasing Polybasi. Enjoy an interest rebate of 25% from People's Leasing for all the leasing facilities during this Urdu season. Call 011-206-300 for more details. Conditions apply.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In development news, the construction work of the Basnaguda water project in the Gampaha district will commence under the patronage of the Minister Chamal Rajapaksa this evening. The construction work is being carried out by the Irrigation Department under the joint water supply project of Gampaha, Athanagala and Minuangoda. 33 billion rupees will be spent for the construction of the project. 443 Grama Niladari divisions will be covered through the implementation of this project. 600,000 families will also be benefited. That was development news, and in sports news, football. Another 2 matches of the Super League football tournament will be held today at the Colombo Sugatadasa Stadium. Defenders, Renown, Seahawks and Blue Eagle teams will compete. The matches will begin at 4:30 in the evening. In cricket news, the match between the Delhi Capitals and Mumbai Indians of the IPL cricket tournament will be held today in Chennai. This is the 13th match of the tournament. Delhi Capital team is in the 3rd place in the points table, while Mumbai Indian team is in the 4th place. That was sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Minister Prasanna Ranatunga says that Sri Lanka will be developed as an aviation centre of the region. He said that the government is expected to build the aviation service, which has collapsed due to the coronavirus pandemic. The government has taken several measures to develop the aviation field. He also stated that priority has been given to develop Katunayaka, Mattala, Ratmalana, Jaffna and Batiklo airports. That was business news.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic News, courtesy of
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
A favourable harvest is received from the home garden fruit cultivation in the Hambantota district. 60 fruit villages in 12 divisional secretariat divisions were initiated in the year 2015 by the Agricultural Department. The fruit cultivation was carried out with the use of organic fertilizer. That was economic news.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
In the weather report, the Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the Sabragamua, Central, Uva, Western, North Central and the southern provinces after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy falls above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places in these areas. That was the weather report, and to end this news broadcast, the headlines again. The second day of considering petitions against Port City Commission Bill begins. Several regulations were taken up for debate in Parliament today. The police say 905 motorists were taken into custody during an 18-hour operation for driving under the influence of alcohol. Minister Ali Sabri emphasises that Sri Lanka laws will apply for the Colombo Port City. The second dose of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine will begin from the first week of next month. In news from overseas, India to start vaccinating all adults over the age of 18 amid surge in infections. That ends this news broadcast, and back to Victor to keep you entertained with some lovely lunchtime music. Over to you, Victor.